Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. You're very welcome to the programme, and we're continuing here at Moyallon Friends Meeting House, and loads of Sintons buried in here, and I'm going to read one of these. I tell you the middle one. It says, in loving memory of Thomas Frederick Maynard, Sinton, born 19th of October 1933. He died the 5th of January 2005, and at the bottom it says, gone to ground. So obviously Thomas had a sense of humour. But I want to show you the grave of John Sinton. And John Sinton was a Justice of the Peace. He was born on the 1st of November 1835 in Tanamore House in County Armagh. Now, John was an Ulster Scot. He was an industrialist, a philanthropist, and he was also a Quaker. And John purchased a linen mill at Ravarnette in County Down near Lisburn in 1873, and he also lived in Ravarnette House. And John was a cousin of David Sinton of Cincinnati, who was one of the richest men in America. And of course I have a big connection with Ravarnette House because I used to deliver the paper there as a child. That was my paper run. So this is the grave here of John and his wife, and it says John Sinton died 13th of September 1890. He was age 55 years, and it says Ravarnette House, Lisburn. And also his wife, Eleanor Sinton, she died on the 2nd of July 1926, and she was aged 89 years. Now, John purchased a linen mill in Ravarnette in County Down in 1873, as I say. And on the 21st of May 1857, John married Eleanor Hemington at a friend's meeting house in Cambridgeshire. And one of their grandchildren was Brigadier John Alexander Sinton, a recipient of the Victoria Cross. Now, in 1876, John Sinton gave a property for his school in Ravarnette village. Before then, the school formerly met in John's farm loft with a Miss Sinton as the teacher. And since then, the farm loft had been converted into a dwelling house and was occupied by David and Betty Fife McFadden and family. And the wee school, I actually, Ravarnette Primary School, that was my primary school. So I actually went to the wee primary school. It's closed now. And also the Fife McFadden family, I used to go up and play with Matthew McFadden when I was a kid. So big memories there. And the house has since been demolished, which was the old barn, the old where the teaching was done by the school teacher, and it's now actually a private housing estate in the village. Now, in the early 1900s, Edwin Sinton of Ravarnette House built a mill reading room, and the hall today is now Faith Mission Hall, and I was actually a member of that Faith Mission Hall whenever I lived in Ravarnette. Me and my family were members. Now, Edwin Alexander Sinton was, of course, John's son. Now, John Sinton died on the 13th of September 1890 in Ravarnette, and as I say, he's buried here, as you've seen from his grave. Now, John had devoted all his energy into the Ravarnette Weaving Company. He had built homes and a schoolroom to accommodate his workers and their families in Ravarnette village. And so after John's death in 1890, his son Edwin Sinton, his youngest son, took over the Ravarnette Weaving Company in partnership with Benjamin Courtney Hobson. Now, Edwin Sinton and Benjamin Hobson ran the company with great success by developing a form of linen cloth that was used to cover the fuselage of the earliest airplanes until on the 10th of October 1927, the company had to be wound up due to an overload of stock that was unable to be paid for by a bankrupt American company, unfortunately. And Edwin Sinton was born on the 15th of July 1872, and he died on the 8th of August 1935, and he's also buried here as well. So loads of Sintons here. This is another one. This is Elizabeth B. Sinton, and she died on the 31st of January 1900, aged 65. She was the wife of Thomas Sinton. Now, I'm going to take you down and show you a modern grave of the Sinton family. And then in the next video, I'm going to talk to you about the Richardson family, who are also buried here, and they're actually buried just beyond the hedge there, to the left. And I'll take you in and I'll show you their burial place. So that's the meeting house there from 1736 there. You can see the coach. Well, that what I showed you in the first video. It's going away. Of course, Moyallon Centre is used by various religious groups. So this is a monument here, and this is to a loving memory of Rodney Sinton, died 18th of December 2019, aged 87 years. So that was quite a modern one. And then there's other ones here as well that you can pause the video and have a wee read of if you so wish. So a big connection here with John Sinton, Ravarnette House, the Quakers, and of course I have a big connection myself with Ravarnette House and Ravarnette Village. So very much a connection with the Sinton family. So it's great to be able to record their history. I've recorded the school, and I've also recorded the mission hall, which was the mill workers' reading room. So you can check out those videos. And that's the meeting house here. So absolutely fantastic. They're like coral stones then. There are loads of holes in them. I don't know why they have holes in them like that. You nearly think they're coral stones. The barrier reef. Very strange. There's another one. I don't think stones get weed warm. So thanks for watching, and God bless.